think this may be one of the coolest innovations I've seen in ESCs in a little while. What we have here is the X-Racer Q25A 4-6S Quadrant 25A. Big Q, little quadrant. So if you order them in a 4-pack, you get them in this sweet little case, nicely laid out. They're not in there because I'm going to show you something else. Or if you order them individually, you get them in the bag. Now these are available with FPV Model, and they run about $12.99 each. And there's a bag and a bag. I love when they do that. So you get this little ESC. Now these are 4 to 6S rated, however they can be run on 3S. It's just not suggested. I'm not really sure why. Then they run BL S, so it's the optimized version. Now it has the BB 2.1 processor, MCU. This isn't going to be able to focus on that. Whatever. Damn it. And it can handle one-shot, multi-shot, and D-shot all the way up to 600 out of the box. So no desoldering of capacitors, filtering, anything like that. 25 amp, but they are rated to 30 max. 25 amp RMS though, so you can actually get a significant amount of power out of these. And they are a whopping 2.5 grams each. So 4 of these is only 10 grams, and that's freaking incredible. I mean, they weigh nothing. They're pretty damn small. Screw it, I'll just get the ruler out and show you. You're looking at, what, 17, 18 by 23. So what I think about these is so cool. You notice there's a big old hole right there, right in the middle. And the reason that's there is you can mount these standard style, you know, on the arms, whatever. Or you can build them into a 4-in-1, which is pretty damn sweet. All the center posts here are positive. All of these are negative. Just jumper them all together, and you have one big 4-in-1 ESC. Now typically 4-in-1s have problems because if one of these burns out, you got to replace the whole thing. Well, in this case, obviously, if one burns out, desolder, unbolt, boom, new one installed. And that's pretty damn cool. Now, the only 2 things I really see problematic with this is on here, these are the signal wires. So they're not really in a bad place, but essentially you're going to have a bunch of wires coming from the outside to the inside. So still pretty clean. Not bad, but, you know, there isn't anything better I can suggest. And then the only other problem I actually see is these don't have a 5-volt out. So if you're running these, you'll stick your power wires right here where it says VBAT, run them out to wherever you want to go. But you'd have to use a flight controller that has its own voltage regulator or run a 5-volt for it. So while this provides a cleaner look, if you need 5-volt, you're kind of, you know, on your own. I'm going to run it with a, I don't remember what the heck it is, but it's got a voltage regulator on it, so I can come straight off of that to this, and then I'll probably just run my camera leads and VTX leads off the front VBAT. So, pretty sweet little ESCs. I'm going to get them installed in a special project, and then I'll get back to you. Everything's sorted out where I want it, and you can see here how these fit together. They're all positive in the center, and then there's 4 points of negative. So, I mean, it's pretty sweet. Little 4-in-1. Flight controller's going to mount on top of it, but, yep. These are all the signal and ground wires I ran, and I'm planning on trying D-shot on this thing, so I just want to show you guys real quick what they look like, and I'm going to keep going. The only thing new I noticed also is, see if the camera will focus on it. There are spots labeled for 3-volt. Right, no, come back camera. Right there, and there. But I don't see a 5-volt still, so yeah. But still building. Alright guys, I got them all installed and thrashed and beat up a little bit. And, I mean, you obviously can't see them because it's a super clean build. It's right there, the top board. You can see that solder joint, that's the ESCs themselves. So you're basically just going to have to listen to me talk for a little bit. I ran these on D-Shot 600 with an Omnibus F3 board, so 8 and 8 refresh rate. Not that it really matters with D-Shot, but, you know, I did it. And honestly, these things punch great. They have great amounts of power. They transition quickly. There's no lag whatsoever. This is a Excalibur frame that you may recognize from Zoe Stumbaugh's FPV performances, 3D FPV flying. And it's heavy, but I mean, these ESCs flew around great. I was getting probably 3 to 4 minutes of flight time on a Nanotech 1345C. and I'm turning X-Nova 2206 2500 motors, so they were definitely getting a draw on them. But I mean, they're great ESCs. They solve that question, that problem we all have with 4-in-1 ESCs, where if one fails, what do you do? I mean, they're only $12.99 too, so they're well priced. A set of 4 is going to run you right about $50. But I mean, it gives you this much cleaner build look. You see no wires on that, and even on the bottom, all you see is the motor wires. So other than the fact that there's no 5-volt on it, there's really nothing about these ESCs I can complain about. They're easily flashable with BL Heli Suite. They do pass through just fine. There's no socket like a 4-in-1 would have, so you can just plug in a wire and plug in the other side, but you don't need it. You really don't. If you're replacing one ESC, then quickly desolder. It's 2 solder joints and the signal wires and the ESC wires. I mean the motor wires. Sorry, first cup of coffee, guys. Desolder the motor wires, desolder the signal wires, and then the 2 solder joints from the main 4-in-1. And voila, I mean, it's taken apart again. Just swap out the one you burned. So, as of right now, these are available at FPV Model, and at the time of this video, they're already sold out. But I know Catalyst Machine Works put in an order, and they'll be stocking them as well. And I honestly predict that these are going to become extremely popular and possibly a new market, I guess, go-to as we push for cleaner and cleaner, smaller, tighter, lighter builds. So go check them out, fpvmodel.com and soon catalystmachineworks.com. If you have any comments on these videos, please post them below. Check us out on Facebook, Mad for Multirotors. Subscribe, like, blah, blah, blah. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them below and I'll hit you up.